There is a bowl of mixed nuts sitting on a kitchen counter somewhere right now, maybe in your home, maybe at a friend's house, and the person reaching into that bowl genuinely believes they are making a healthy choice. Sometimes they are absolutely right. Today, we are going to do something the snack food industry would rather you didn't. We are going to look honestly at 4 nuts that people over 60 are commonly eating, sometimes daily, that the evidence suggests they should significantly limit or avoid entirely. And then, we are going to talk about 4 nuts that are so well supported by science for senior health that doctors and nutritionists consistently place them at the top of the list. This is not about eliminating pleasure from your diet. It is about making sure every handful counts in the right direction. The 4 worst nuts for people over 60. Number 1. Brazil nuts in excess. Brazil nuts are nutritionally fascinating and genuinely dangerous when consumed carelessly, particularly by older adults. The reason comes down to one mineral, selenium. Brazil nuts contain more selenium per serving than almost any other food on the planet. A single Brazil nut contains between 68 and 91 micrograms of selenium. The recommended daily intake for adults is 55 micrograms. The tolerable upper limit, the level above which toxicity begins, is 400 micrograms per day. That means eating just 4 to 6 Brazil nuts in a single day can push you to or beyond the toxicity threshold. There is an additional layer of concern. Many older adults already take a multivitamin that contains selenium, and some take additional thyroid support supplements that also contain it. The cumulative total can reach dangerous territory faster than anyone calculates. Brazil nuts are not inherently evil. 1 Brazil nut every 2 or 3 days provides safe, beneficial selenium. But the popular idea of eating them as a regular daily snack, particularly for seniors, is a practice that deserves serious reconsideration. Number 2. Salted and flavored packaged nuts. This entry might seem obvious, but the scale of the problem is not obvious at all, and it deserves a direct conversation. A standard 1-ounce serving of salted roasted nuts, which is a modest, easy-to-eat portion, can contain anywhere from 180 to over 350 milligrams of sodium. Many people do not eat a single 1-ounce serving. They eat 2, 3, or 4 ounces while watching television or reading, because salted nuts are specifically engineered to override your satiety signals and keep you reaching back into the bag. The nuts themselves, almonds, cashews, peanuts, pecans, are not the problem. The processing and flavoring transforms them from a health food into something far less deserving of that label. The rule is simple and non-negotiable. If you are over 60, your nuts should be raw or dry roasted and unsalted. That single change makes an enormous difference to blood pressure, kidney load, and metabolic health. Number 3. Cashews. In large quantities, cashews are beloved, creamy, mild, and satisfying. They are one of the most popular nuts in the world, and in modest amounts, they are perfectly fine for most people. But there are specific reasons why older adults, particularly those with kidney issues, gout, or diabetes risk, need to be thoughtful about how many cashews they eat. First, cashews have a significantly higher carbohydrate content than most other nuts. 1 ounce of cashews contains roughly 9 grams of carbohydrates, compared to about 6 grams in almonds and just 4 in walnuts. For someone managing blood sugar, or trying to, this difference adds up meaningfully across daily snacking. Second, cashews are exceptionally high in oxalates. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds that, when consumed in large amounts, bind to calcium in the kidneys and can contribute to the formation of calcium oxalate kidney stones, the most common type of kidney stone. Older adults already face higher kidney stone risk due to reduced kidney efficiency and often lower fluid intake. Third, cashews are one of the highest purine nuts, which matters for the significant number of older adults managing gout. Purines metabolize into uric acid, and elevated uric acid is the direct cause of gout attacks. While cashews are not the highest purine food overall, their contribution is meaningful when gout is already a concern. Number 4. Peanuts, for those on specific medications or with inflammatory conditions. Peanuts are technically legumes, not tree nuts, but they live in the nut aisle and are consumed as nuts by the vast majority of people. And they carry a specific concern for older adults that is almost never discussed in mainstream health content. For an older adult already dealing with osteoarthritis, cardiovascular inflammation, or chronic pain, conditions extremely common after 60. A diet heavily reliant on peanuts for protein and snacking further tips the inflammatory balance in the wrong direction. If you enjoy peanut butter, choose natural, unsalted varieties and keep portions moderate. The 4 nuts you must eat after 60. Number 1. Walnuts. If there is one nut that the science for senior brain health keeps returning to, it is the walnut. And it is not a coincidence that walnuts look like tiny brains. Walnuts are the richest nut source of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. They are also loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidant compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier and directly reduce neuroinflammation. For older adults, the specific combination of omega-3s, antioxidant polyphenols, vitamin E in its gamma-tocopherol form, and magnesium in walnuts creates what researchers describe as a synergistic anti-aging profile. 1 ounce, about 14 walnut halves, per day is the amount most consistently associated with health benefits in the research. Number 2. Almonds. Almonds are arguably the most nutritionally complete nut for the specific vulnerabilities of aging, and the evidence behind them for people over 60 is substantial. A single ounce of almonds delivers 76 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 20% of the daily requirement, alongside 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E, which at dietary doses from whole food is protective rather than risky. For blood sugar management, almonds have a remarkably low glycemic index and have been shown in multiple studies to reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes when eaten before or with a meal. A simple and practical benefit for the large number of older adults with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Number 3. Pistachios. Pistachios deserve a much higher profile in senior health conversations than they currently have. They are one of the few nuts with a complete amino acid profile, making their protein particularly high quality, which matters enormously for older adults, fighting the muscle loss that begins accelerating after 60, a condition called sarcopenia. From a cardiovascular standpoint, pistachios have been shown in clinical trials to significantly lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides while raising HDL, the beneficial cholesterol. One study found that eating 2 ounces of pistachios daily for 4 weeks reduced cardiovascular risk markers meaningfully in adults with elevated cholesterol, and pistachios have one practical advantage over almost every other nut. Number 4. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are often dismissed as an indulgence because of their high-fat content. This dismissal is based on outdated nutritional thinking, and the research has clearly moved on. For older adults with joint pain or arthritis, macadamia nuts' unique fatty acid profile, which includes palmitoleic acid, a rare omega-7 fat, has demonstrated specific anti-inflammatory properties in research. Palmitoleic acid is also associated with improved insulin sensitivity, making macadamia nuts one of the most blood sugar-friendly nut options available. Their soft texture is also a genuine practical benefit for older adults who have dental concerns, sensitive teeth, or dentures, making them one of the most accessible nuts to eat comfortably at any age. Conclusion and call to action. The research is clear. The benefits are real. And now, you have the knowledge to choose wisely every single time you reach for a snack. Small changes in what you eat every day add up to enormous differences in how you feel and function every year. Your body is worth that level of attention. If this video gave you a new way of thinking about something as simple as a handful of nuts, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because every week, we bring you this same level of honest, evidence-based health information, designed specifically for the years that matter most.